and it's just a very enjoyable read. And pass on to your friends and family about the Stafford Project. Let them get to watch it too, because it's not Phyllis, that's on there. It's Michelle and her experiences and the things that come from her mind, and it couldn't be any funnier, right, David?
I can't. I don't see how. I
know.
I'm having a ball with.
I know. Just talking with her about it, you get the flashbacks of the episodes, and I wanted to crack up in the middle when I'm saying it, especially the stuff with Joshua, and it's
George.
hysterical. I can see why she has almost 200,000 views of it,
I know. I got to tell you, I don't know if George is listening, but I tweeted George after I saw it, and I said, George, how much? He says, I asked him, how much do you charge for a watch?
What did he say?
And you know what he sent back at me? He said, you can't afford me, so don't bother asking.
Yeah. Just like I'd like to get my hair done one day by him, but I may not be able to afford that. So, but they're great people, and it's wonderful that they're friends and that, they get on there on the Stafford Project and enjoy themselves and help Michelle with this project.
That's very accommodating of them.
Yeah, and I can't wait till the fourth one. And she said it was September 16th, right?
Yep, a week from Monday.
That just seems like forever. But we'll wait. Anticipation's always a good thing. So we're going to be off the weekend like we normally are, and then on Tuesday, September 10th, we'll be back, and we're going to be talking about the Paranormal Convention, and that's going to be with Tanya McCoy, and as well as Mary Barrett, the psychic that was on with us sometime last year, is going to be back because she's part of this Paranormal Convention, and she's going to do some readings. So join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, September 10th, and Sabina will be co-hosting with me that day, and I know that that's going to be so very interesting. Who's not interested in the paranormal?
Yeah, that's always piqued me. That always gets me. I always have my eye open to something like that because it's weird, like crossing over.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was so good.
I was never a part of that, so I know I don't have any experience with it myself, but I like to, see what happens.
Oh, you mean literally crossing over? I thought you were talking about the show. There was a
show crossing over.
Yeah, and I believe that was with James. Is his name? No, wait, what's his name?
John Edwards.
John Edward. That's it. Yeah, John Edward. And
I never had phenomenal. I never had a reading or anything like that, so I'll be brave.
I think you should definitely call in then on Tuesday.
I think I will.
I mean, it's always interesting to hear what they come up with, and at the same time, it's chilling. It kind of gives you the goosebumps when they come up with something that you're thinking, oh my gosh, how could they possibly know that? So that I think you should call in. Just be prepared that you never know what they're going to say.
I know.
And have a question ready for Mary too, because she won't sit there and just like give you a reading of everything. Have a specific question like if somebody's not working and they've been looking forever, am I going to get my job? Am I going to get a job, or am I going to go into the field that I want to go to, or will I get married, or do you see a boyfriend down the lane, or, of course, for David, I would say girlfriend,
right.
Things like that. Or will my financial status, improve? So have your questions ready, and that way she'll be able to talk to you and tell you more about it. So with that, I'm going to say thank you, David, for joining me, and also thank you for that wonderful opening, although it did cut out on me a few times, and I didn't hear the complete thing, but I'm sure if I listen back, I'll be able to hear it, because the one good thing about, I should say, the technical issues that we're having where it's cutting out, because there was times I couldn't hear Michelle talking, and I couldn't hear what you were saying, or I couldn't hear what Tracy was saying. When somebody listens back to the podcast, that's not affected, so you can hear the whole interview. So I'm very happy about that part of it. David, did it go out on you at all?
It faded a little, but basically it was very steady, and I could hear the whole thing.
Well, it might be because I call in on a different phone number that's affiliated with Blog Talk, and maybe that's why I had more issues with it. So, and I didn't want to keep saying, excuse me, or whatever, could you repeat that? Because even though I would miss parts of it, I would get the gist of it by what I heard at the beginning and what I heard at the end of that particular conversation. So that was a good part, too. So take care, everybody, and have a wonderful upcoming weekend. And if you want to listen to the previous podcast, you can do that again on Blog Talk. You can do it on take2radio.com. You can do it on iTunes and on Stitcher, which is, of course, a mobile app. And now we're on Spreaker.com. I'm uploading episodes there, and you can listen to that for free through your mobile app or also on your PC. So, and we're going to be branching out, wherever I can find a spot to put the podcast because people listen on different, what would you call them? Different
avenues.
Stations or different, what would you call them?
Different avenues?
Yeah, I guess so. But I think you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. So we're trying to spread out more and more so that way more and more people can hear them that may not know about us on Blog Talk and hear us on, say, Spreaker and then come to Blog Talk and listen to us there. So that would be good. And then also follow us on Twitter at Take2 Radio, and David and Sabina can be followed at Take2 Radio Crew. Follow us on Blog Talk. They'll send you an email each and every time we have a show scheduled, and you won't miss out on it. And, of course, I put it on the website and we tweet it out. And I think that's it that I can think of off the top of my head. I just feel like I'm missing something, but maybe not. But we'll see you again on September 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for our paranormal show and our psychic readings. Take care, everybody. Thanks again, David. Thanks to all of our listeners, and we'll see you again soon.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.